everyone. Today I'm excited to introduce the main idea for my very first podcast. As a student of industrial engineering, I want to share with you my experience so far about this field and why it's so fascinating to me. But I won't be doing this alone. I will have two special guests who are also studying industrial engineering with me. Together, we will discuss how it's like to study this career, our favorite projects, and even some of the difficulties and challenges we faced. So, the idea of this podcast is to inspire people who are curious about industrial engineering or who might be considered as a career. I believe it's important to share the real experience from students like me who are actively learning and growing in this field. Industrial engineering is not just about machines and production lines. It's about solving problems, improving systems, and making process more efficient. It's a mix of creativity, logic, and technical knowledge, and that's why that makes it so exciting. In the first episode, I want to focus on three main things: why my guest and I decided to study this career, and what inspired us to take this path. The second one is the project and subjects that have been the most challenging but also the most rewarding. And finally, our thoughts on how industrial engineering can impact the future, not only in industry, but also in daily life. I want to give you a honest perspective, the good, challenging, and everything in between. My goal is to make this podcast both relatable and informative. Whether you are a student, a professional, or just someone interested in learning more about this fascinating career. To make this podcast more interesting, I will have two of my classmates join me. They are very passionate about industrial engineering, and each of them has unique experiences to share. We will record it in a simple setup, just three of us, just us or three talking and sharing our thoughts. I will ask them questions like, what inspired you to study industrial engineering? What's been your favorite subject or project so far? And what do you think the future of these fields look like? Something like that. In this way, we will cover both of the technical and personal side of the career. I think this podcast will be a great way to connect with others who are curious about engineering or are already on the same path. It's also a chance for us to reflect on what we have learned so far and how we can apply it in real life. So stay tuned. I will be uploading the full episode soon. Thank you for listening and see you in the podcast.